Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Ephemeral Orb, the 31st episode, which is honestly far longer than I thought we would ever end up, but I'm going to count my blessings, I suppose. Last time, stuff happened, as usual. Before we go into our usual introductions and recap, usual reminder, this episode is posted on my channel, Teeironor. The next episode shall be posted on Skoll's channel, my channel, then Skoll's, all our links are in the description below, and the episode after that will be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel, and then going back around, etc. Now, I would very much like, before we go into the episode itself and the recap, to ask these wonderful people to briefly introduce themselves and their characters. And according to the dice I just rolled, DoomGoblin, would you care to go first and introduce yourself and your character?
Hello, I'm DoomGoblin and I play Captain Bladebeard, a red-haired dwarf pirate.
Yeah.
He steals stuff and lies a lot.
And you may have someone who one-ups it, surprisingly, soon enough.
Yeah.
Next would be, according to the dice I rolled, Sir Thompshire.
I'm Sir Thompshire, and I'm playing Benjamin Aaran, a mercenary who, let's say that he steals less and lies less than Bladebeard.
Indeed. You're probably you and Buhd are probably the nicest people in this team. And speaking of Buhd, Skoll, could you please talk a little bit about yourself and your character?
Yep, I am Skoll Shorties, and I play as the pirate ogre Buhd. He has stated he is a very nice ogre, for the most part, when he's not eating people's heads. And he's been a little upset lately, but Ben being the good friend he is, has been cheering Buhd up.
Buhd still does not know that Bladebeard technically fired him. Maybe we'll get to that this episode, who knows. And next in the order will be Zelris. Would you please talk a little bit about yourself and your character?
I'm Zelris, and I play a cool blood elf who is very mean and very foul. And that's about it.
I suppose you could say that, yeah. Last time, since it's my turn to read the recap, it will go as follows. Victorious, yet exhausted, our heroes teleported back from the battles at Lord Roswell's estate to the Moonsong's Folly, still docked at Golden Skoll. As the crew relaxed, Kyrie quickly took the unconscious Shallan to her quarters to offer treatment, while Captain Bladebeard visited the Weasel and Tayo the Orc chained in the ship's makeshift prison. After releasing the tortured goblin and informing the loudmouth orc of Lord Roswell's demise, Bladebeard returned above deck, followed by his two iron-skinned servants. As soon as he returned, however, he, Benjamin Aaran, former First Mate Buhd, and Lyri Roseguard all began feeling drowsy at the same time. In spite of Buhd's attempts to resist, the four then succumbed to a magical slumber, where they were thrust into a trial of combat alongside Archmage Meridia and High Priestess Hekala, who seemed to have lost her powers over the storm. Emerging victorious, for the most part, the group was then greeted by the Loa of the Hunt, Gonk. The deity proclaimed most of them a part of Hekala's pack, worthy of his patronage and assistance against the demons. Lyri, however, earned the respect and patronage of a different Loa, Johnny, the Lord of Thieves and Garbage. After warning the Loa and Hekala of the fact that Zulgaga now owns the ornate staff of Minloth the Serpent, our heroes rose from their slumber in the middle of the night, having missed the evening supper. So, to sort of set the scene, you guys pretty much woke up. Going individually, Benjamin, you were still embarrassed by what happened in the dream and you didn't talk to anybody. Bladebeard, you ordered Buhd to go find food, and Buhd, you were just getting up to do that. And Lyri, you were playing shenanigans with the Archmage who tried to punch you, and then you hugged her from behind. and this is sort of like the exact scene we left upon. Yeah, this is pretty much the scene. Feel free to act scene, to sort of say.
So we missed the party. I was looking forward to that.
Shut up.
Hey,
Shut up.
why?
The Archmage will try to struggle away from your hug, Lyri. Do you allow her?
No. No, I don't. We're having a nice moment here, Mr. Beardman.
Can someone please polymorph me into a rock forever?
Lyri,
What?
I'd like to ask you to roll forceful difficulty 1 to see if you can keep the Archmage in your hug.
Oof.
Nope. She definitely like gets out, stumbles for a little bit, and says, "Filthy thief, where's my wand already?"
I told you I don't have any more.
Well, where is it?
The Zolgaga has it, you dummy.
Who's Zolgalga?
I don't know.
She's the witch that took everything from me. Right? My ship, my people, my
And
my
what
crewmen.
does she want with my wand? How is she? When did this happen?
I never saw her. She was apparently in the castle. Lord Roosevelt's castle.
The
I
Archmage,
stare with a blank expression.
the Archmage sort of like throws up her arms in frustration and then like grips her head because she still has a massive headache from the dream, and will like walk in a different direction to like stand somewhere else.
Do I still have the wand, or did I not pick it up?
You did pick it up.
Okay.
You did pick it up, yeah. And while you guys are like talking, you will see this little guy approaching all of you, and he is carrying on a tray 5 bowls of food and smiling as he approaches you. The guy right over here. And as he comes up, he says, "Finally awake, everyone. You missed quite the party."
I'm
Okay.
sorry, I still don't see the NPC.
Johnny.
Who is it?
It's Johnny.
Oh, Johnny. Oh,
In the
alright.
bottom right of the thingy.
oh, he showed up now. All right.
Okay, your thing might be lagging, but yeah. Johnny comes up and like starts offering each and every one of you a bowl of broth.
Thank
I
you,
take
Johnny.
one.
And he smiles at all of you and says, "Oh, it was the least I could do after all of you came to save me."
I wink.
"Oh, my name is Johnny, by the way. Nice to meet you," he says to you, Lyri.
Nice to meet you too, Johnny.
He smiles. Do all of you take like a bowl from him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I silently take it and return to my sulking.
Bud slurps it down.
Okay. He will then like proceed to walk after the Archmage with the last remaining bow. And for the moment, he leaves the 4 of you alone. Well, not alone. Bladebeard, you still have your iron bodyguards, but they're not saying anything.
I don't believe we ever met, Blood Elf lady.
What?
I never heard your name.
Oh, Lyri.
Oh, I'm Captain Bladebeard, the future greatest pirate in the world, and the king of the
Future?
sea.
Okay.
So what's your deal? Where did you come from?
You're being a bit pushy.
I mean, you just appeared out of nowhere.
And he just appeared out of nowhere too.
Alright, I mean, if you don't want to talk about it,
Sheesh.
never mind.
The Iron Vrykul behind you, Bladebeard, will say, "Do you wish me to eviscerate this blood elf?"
No. No.
Understood.
Jesus.
Who's that?
Just somebody I know.
Oh,
Yeah, he would say things like that. Yeah.
As all of you are like chatting and eating, as I sort of mentioned last time, you'll see that it's also starting to rain, and the rain is slowly increasing in like volume. It was already cloudy in the previous day.
I go into the shade.
By the way, it is the middle of the night, so it's just like, well, the four of you and like the night shift crew on the deck. You are docked if you like want to go on the island, but yeah, up to all of you.
yeah, I think everyone's asleep right now, so maybe we should go to sleep as well and something tomorrow.
How about you all go to sleep and I'll stay up and keep watch?
That sound like bad idea.
No.
I mean, she's not the only one on the watch, right? Vera is here somewhere.
The Iron
Not
Vrykul-
everyone.
Go ahead.
Not everyone have good eyes.
The Iron Vrykul will say, "We do not require sleep."
Oh, these two don't need to sleep because they are machines. Makes sense. Do you have to eat? Do you need to eat like coal or wood?
The Iron Vrykul stays silent. The Iron Dwarf will say, "No, and please do not try. The goblin I mentioned before attempted it. It did not prove successful."
Oh, alright. Don't eat coal. No one, anyone. Just in general, don't eat coal. That's dumb.
If anybody ate coal, that'd be really stupid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you two, where did you say you came from? Ulduar?
The Iron Vrykul stays silent. The Iron Dwarf will say, "My memory is fragmentary, Master, but I do remember being forged in Ulduar, as you recall. Then I was brought to the one named Lord Roswell's estate, I believe is the term, where I was asked to create more of," and he points at the Iron Vrykul. "I was successful with 4 of them.
Oh, so you made them.
With the limited resources I had," he sort of grumbles.
Alright. So, DM, would Bladebeard know what Ulduar is?
We sort of discussed in the previous episode when he said, "Take me to the halls of lightning where I can be repaired," that you didn't know where it was. And he told you, yeah, it's a place in Northrend.
Alright. Any of you heard about Ulduar?
I kind of stop sulking for a few moments and just say, aside from rumors, not really.
What rumors did you hear?
Well, I'm pretty sure there was an alliance expedition there, and I remember them saying there were giant machines, but aside from that, I'm afraid I don't know much.
So, is there more of you there? Like, and do they all serve me?
I do not know in regards to the second question, Master, and I can only speculate in regards to the first, says the dwarf.
Alright, but let's say you get the materials needed. Can you create like a iron army for me?
That is what Lord Roswell also asked of me, and I was only able to produce 4 of these warriors with the limited resources he deigned to provide me. Limited
Oh.
in quality, I should say, not just quantity.
Yeah. But that would be fun. I could have my own iron horde of soldiers.
Oh, you DoomGoblin and your puns. The Iron Dwarf will nod and say, if I had a device, say, like the Terrace of Nalaksha, I could perhaps create more of them at an accelerated rate. At this point, I am limited to what this body is capable of producing.
Alright, well, first things first, we need to get some sleep and then party tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we missed today's party and I will miss partying. When I had my crew, we used to sail from port to port, dancing and singing and drinking and fucking. And now I will miss that.
Well, maybe drinking will make me forget everything that's happened the last few hours.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't really happen, right? It was like a dream or whatever.
Well, I remember it. That's part of
What are you even
so
talking about?
In response to your earlier comment, Bladebeard, the Iron Dwarf will say, Master, as your honorary first mate, I must tell you that I am incapable of drinking, fucking, or dancing in a proper fashion.
What did he say?
He can't fuck.
But don't care about that.
He can't what?
He can't dance, or did you say you can't drink?
What you mean he first mate?
Yeah. He's my new first mate.
Only one first mate. Buhd.
No, but you were fired.
You can't fire Buhd.
Yeah, I can.
Why?
I mean, you weren't really a good first mate to me for this whole adventure. You know, you were supposed to have my back and hype me up, and all you do is insult me and disrespect me.
You don't have Buhd's back. You stopped having Buhd's back ever since we start on Journey.
I don't think so.
All you ever do is make things bad and steal things and make other people upset. And then you make Buhd upset.
Everything I do is for the best for the crew.
Look at what happened to crew. Everyone dead and sad and zombies.
Well, that's not my fault.
Why does Ogaga do it?
Because she's an evil witch.
Would not be shocked if she do it because you bad friend.
I don't know. You're a bad friend. You call me stinky all the time. You
You
called me
smell.
not that much. And also you called me the worst captain ever.
You're really proving that point tonight.
Why?
You fire
did I
Buhd
do?
after years of being first mate and you replace him with Stinky Robot.
You, at one point in this adventure, I don't remember when, you said you tried to eat me. I mean,
Did
call
he
me.
try to eat you?
Yeah. And call me sensitive, but I don't like when people try to eat me.
Nobody want to try and eat you anyways. You smell bad.
The Iron Raikou unsheathes his sword when Bladebeard says you try to eat me.
Bud also pulls out his sword. He's looking for any moment to try and kill this thing.
Yeah,
Come on. Calm down, lads.
No. Bud only first mate. Bud get rid of nasty robot.
Shall I eviscerate this one, Captain? Says the
No.
Iron Raikou.
No need for fighting. Come on, Buhd. You were not only a bad first mate, you weren't really a greatest friend. I mean, I was at my lowest and all you did was mock me and call me stinky.
That's
You
mighty
ruined-
rich
I
of you,
giggle a little
Bladebeard.
You at lowest. All
Yeah.
the time.
I lost my family, my home to a witch.
What? Bud don't even remember Bud's family. You only Bud's family, and you would already leave him for something better. How'd that make you a good friend?
You're my family, and like I said, you ruined every one of my plans. You insulted me with every chance you got.
Bad plans.
Who are you to judge my plans? I'm the captain.
Bud, your first mate. Bud's supposed to help make you look good. You already make yourself look bad. Bud don't even have to do anything.
Nah, I think that you make me look bad, Buhd.
Bud don't want to be first mate anymore anyways. Ben right. All you do is make people look bad and make things worse. Bud is done with you.
Alright, I mean, I fired you first.
Bud fired Bud's self.
Great.
Good day, sir. And Bud closes a very imaginary door on Bladebeard and slams it, and then walks away.
The Iron Raikou eases up.
What is that about?
Your hypocrisy shocks me sometimes, Bladebeard. And I just get up and follow Buhd.
Hey. I just stare at Bladebeard.
What? I mean, I'm right.
I don't even know
really-
you.
I don't know you either. I'm just saying that I'm the good guy here.
This is kind of awkward.
Maybe.
Do you want to fuck some stuff up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What
Can I
should we
go
do?
and burn the whatever's holding the ship to the end?
The anchor or what?
Oh yeah, anchors exist. Ugh, this can be difficult.
By the way, I forgot. Did I get my stuff back?
Mm,
Uh,
don't? Maybe? Didn't the Archmage have it?
Yeah, the Archmage had it, and you were planning on taking it back after she woke up, but yeah, like the shenanigans happened before you had the chance.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go and see Buhd and Benjamin then.
Alright, I'm gonna go to sleep.
It is,
Okay.
Bladebeard, it is raining outside. Are you like going to sleep above the deck or?
I guess I'll go below the deck.
Okay. Meanwhile, Buhd and Benjamin, you're walking away, and Lyri is approaching you like a minute or so after you have walked away.
Bladebeard, bad friend and bad captain. He always that way.
Oh well. I don't think there's honestly much you can do about him. I don't think he'll ever change, but now that you're not his first mate anymore, I guess you have more of a choice on what you want to do. So, I guess that's something you've got going.
You replace Buhd with stinky, smelly robots.
Yeah, those are some strange folks, if you can call them that.
Probably can't even swim.
Well, I just still wonder how Bladebeard took control of them, but honestly, if they help us, I don't really have a problem with it, I think.
He probably make them work for him because they just as stinky as he is.
I do guess they smell better than him, so maybe he wants the smell to even out. I'm not sure.
But no, and Buhd no care. He bad captain, and Buhd is making Buhd self-captain.
Well, that's great. I look forward to the revival of the friendship.
Yes, better ship than Bladebeard's stink ship, owned by Troll Lady.
Well, I can't say I have a frame of reference, but the fact that Bladebeard isn't a captain already makes it a bit more appealing.
I'm just staring at Benjamin. I'm not saying anything.
Buhd recruit Shallan into Bud's new crew and make Bladebeard's crew look like stinky robots.
Aren't they stinky robots?
They smell like, bad. But no trust them.
Well, I'm just gonna leave you to it, but I should get my stuff back before it gets stolen by someone. And I just cough to myself and and go find wherever Birdie is.
Okay, don't let Bladebeard steal your stuff, or anyone else.
Well, I wasn't necessarily referring to Bladebeard, but sure.
Oh, he's a nasty stealer, worst of them all.
Mm-hmm. Hyperlink 5 times.
Benjamin, can you do me a careful check difficulty 2 to see if you figure out where she went?
Does my stunt count?
Yeah. That's a 1, so no, it will take you some time to find the Archmage.
I mean, I'm not necessarily busy, so that's fine.
Okay. Buhd, Lyri?
I just stare at Buhd.
What do you want from Buhd?
Nothing.
Okay, Buhd don't really have anything but canon anyways, so... Well, and so...
Not even dignity?
No, but had cannon. Don't wield can't dignity, that weird weapon.
I just blink at him again.
Okay, bye. Buhd go. Form new crew.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone else do anything in like the 10 minutes it takes Benjamin to find the Archmage?
Buhd is trying to go find some supplies and paper and other things to start his campaign.
Paper mache sheep.
No. He's trying to make like a banner and stuff to for recruitment.
I just examine the wand and see kind of what it does.
Okay.
Or at least try to.
For Lyri and your wand, can you do me a clever roll difficulty 2? Okay. It is a basic wand. It obviously, if you know how to use a wand, at least at the basic level, and if you use it, it would shoot like a small frostbolt at an opponent's direction. you realize that it's a wand made for like a novice mage and by a novice mage. And you realize that this wand isn't necessarily utilitarian for the archmage, but more of sentimental value.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Bud, can you roll me a careful check difficulty 4, just find the supplies you need?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you go to the storeroom, and from like your previous trips there, you immediately know where like the paper is found, and all the other supplies you require. But I will mention, and especially because of your careful roll, that it is currently midnight. Well, probably beyond midnight, so you might not want to design your banner right now. But it's up to you.
Bud will do it because he's very much in the mood.
Okay.
Because he wants to be captain.
Okay. There aren't like any guards to like stop you from doing your thing. Does Bud have any like artistic experience or anything like that?
No. This is gonna be very sloppy looking.
Roll me a careful difficulty 6 then to see how this goes. Okay, it looks ridiculous, but at least it does get like the point across of like recruiting the number 4 ship, and ship is spelled with like a T instead of a P, but you get the point across. But it looks awful.
Okay. No, that's what I was going for, honestly, with Bud. He's not really artistic.
If you don't draw it for next week, I'll be disappointed.
Oh, no.
It is something you can do in like Microsoft Paint, I imagine.
Probably.
You didn't roll horribly, and that's why I'm saying it's still like it gets the point across. It's just that it doesn't look particularly professional. But
yeah,
on the other hand, you are on an island filled with like refugees and squatters, so you probably will be able to find a crew. Who knows? Lyri, do you do anything with the wand now that you've like inspected it thoroughly?
No, I just hide it again.
Okay. Anything else before Benjamin finally finds the Archmage?
Where's Johnny?
He went after the Archmage. You don't currently see him.
Can I go and try and find the Archmage and Johnny?
Mm-hmm. Also roll me a careful check. Then please difficulty 2. Okay, you find them before Benjamin does. You sort of like, unless you like go to help him, you sort of like see Benjamin almost stumbling in the dark at this point.
Oh, poor Benjamin.
By the way, Benjamin, on that careful, you rolled a critical fail.
Yeah, that was wonderful. I think I'm still in shock from the dream, so I think it makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, you see like Lyri, you see like the Archmage is like leaning across the side of the ship on sort of like the aft section. Johnny has like put the bow he brought for her on like next to her and is sort of like babbling at her. And she doesn't seem to be paying attention to him.
Can I do some it's not telepathy, it's when you move things with your
telekinesis
magic. Telekinesis, yes. Do some telekinesis magic.
That's not that much of a thing in Warcraft. I mean, it's possible, but
Oh yeah, it's more mind control, isn't it? Oof. Okay, I'll have to think about this in a strategic way. Can I shove Johnny a little bit? I'll go out to him and shove him a little bit.
You're not trying to like shove him overboard, are you?
No, I just shove him to the side and take the gun that I planted on him. And I'm like, I say, look out, Meridia. He has a weapon.
Sure. It'll be very awkward looking, but sure, you can do that. But Roll a flashy, I guess, and I will roll Johnny's careful to oppose you.
Oh no.
A tie. Tying it means you, Lyri, will succeed, but something else negative will happen.
Go ahead.
I think the negative thing is the Archmage is startled and accidentally shoots off a Frostbolt in the direction of whoever was in that place.
Me?
Yeah. So, to like describe the scene, you walk up to John, he like turns in your direction at the last moment and you like shove him. You take the gun that was on his possession without him noticing. You say like, look out, he has a gun. The Archmage startles and throws a Frostbolt. How do you dodge a Frostbolt?
I guess all I can really do is try and duck because it's kind of unexpected.
Roll a quick, please. Okay.
Oh,
You will take 3 damage. It isn't combat yet, but if it becomes combat, it will become relevant. I'll just take your level 3 stress. Is that alright?
that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. The Archmage like instinctively throws a Frostbolt. What would you say it hits you?
It just hits me like square right in the body. I fall back. And I
Okay.
start
Yeah, and it like
weaken.
it shoves you backwards. I leave it up to you if you like stumble or not, but it like shoves you backwards.
Fall over.
Yeah, the Archmage says, what's going on? What are you doing? Sorry about that." She like rushes to you.
I pretend to be knocked out.
She like Johnny also like rushes in your direction, and the two of them like look at each other, and Johnny asks, "What was that about?" Kyrie, no, not Kyrie. Meridia like groans in frustration. She says, "Do me a favor, boy. Take her to like someone who can fix up her wound. I'm not exactly a priest." Johnny like nervously says, "Yes, madam," and tries to pick you up, Lyri. Take you in his arms.
Fang at him.
Okay. Benjamin, yeah, Lyri, Johnny will like run away with you in his arms, trying to find someone who can help you because he believes you are wounded. Do you allow that to happen?
Oh yeah, I allow it to happen.
Okay. Benjamin, you will see a panicked Johnny carrying in his arms a presumably unconscious Lyri.
I kind of take a moment to react and just look back and
I will roll
Try-
Johnny's careful to see if he drops you, by the way. No, he does not drop you. Yeah, he runs around and says, "Excuse me, Mr. Benjamin, do you know anyone can help? Wounded, injury, please, a Frostbolt."
I can just hold my head since I'm still a bit dazed by everything, and I'll just tell him that not really. I don't really know anyone.
All right, and he will run to, yeah, I think he'll run to Vera, the security chief, to like find someone. Lyri, you are taken by this young man who runs up to this undead lady that you've probably seen before at Lord Roswell's estate, and Johnny like panics, says, "Mrs. Vera, sir, injury, please, what should I?" Vera like holds up a hand to like stop him, and she says, "Put her down gently." And Johnny begins to gently put you down, Lyri. Feel free to like wake up or anything at any point if you'd like to do that, okay? Yeah. Vera kneels in front of you, and I'm going to roll her careful. She instantly sees that you are pretending, and she gets up and says, "What happened, Johnny?" And Johnny says, There she came up, surprised me. Archmage Meridia was startled through a frostbolt, and now will she be all right? Vera, not so gently, kicks you, Lyri. How do you
Okay.
respond to that?
I make a really, really loud screaming sound.
Johnny is startled and falls back. All of you, the players, hear this loud scream because it isn't that big of a ship. Johnny is startled and falls on his ass. Vera stays unmoving and says, "See, she'll be fine." And Vera promptly returns to her duties. The Johnny is still too flabbergasted to do anything. Lyri, do you continue screaming? What do you do?
I just kind of stop and lay on the floor because I'm very upset that my scheme has not worked out.
Johnny will rise up carefully and very carefully approach you, saying, "Ma'am, milady, are you well?"
I didn't say anything, I've had enough.
But you are visibly awake, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Johnny sees this and looks around sheepishly and says, if you need something, please just call." And he will slowly walk away.
Before he goes away, I want to ask him, if I stop him, could I have some medical supplies, please? And I blink 5 times.
Oh, yes, of course. Frostbolt. I'll fetch some bandages for you.
Okay.
And he runs off to the supply room to fetch some bandages. Benjamin, you witness all of this from a distance, even if you didn't hear the exact words said. But also Buhd and Bladebeard heard Lyri scream.
I turned back to Meridian, just ask.
She's not next to you. She's not next to
Oh,
you.
okay. I haven't walked up, okay. And I just stare at the scene for a moment and just look very confused. And then I turn back and resume my quest.
Okay. Now, since Johnny said Frostbolt, you have a pretty clear idea of where the Archmage is, or at least was. So you will be able to find her. Bladebeard, Buhd, do any of you react to hearing Lyri scream?
No, not really.
Bud reacts to it at first, but then he kind of just goes back to working on his banner.
Okay. Benjamin, feel free to approach the Archmage if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, sure. And I slowly approach and just ask, what was all that about?
You see her leaning over the side of the ship, like how Lyri found her. At the sound of your voice, she turns back and says, "Oh, it's you, Benjamin. Sorry, I had a long day like everyone else, and I was startled and I accidentally shot your new friend with a frostbolt."
Yeah, I can't say I blame you, to be honest.
She says sort of defensively, "She did steal from me."
Yeah, she's and she also threw her underwear at you? It was a dream, does that count? I'm not sure.
She thinks for a little bit. I'm going to roll her clever to see if she figures out that, yeah, that dream was actually kind of real. Nope, she doesn't figure it out. Okay, she says, What are you thinking, Benjamin?"
What do you mean, though? Don't you remember the dream?
What?
With the dire horn and our tribal clothes, I guess?
Her eyes narrow. I'm going to do another clever roll. The difficulty will be reduced. Okay, she figures it out this time. She says, how do you know that?
Well, remember when I told you about how we spoke to that storm Loa?
Right.
I assume this was something similar, but with another Loa, I guess.
So what happened to me? I just remember something hitting my head and...
Well, being honest, I am glad you left when you did, but to sum it up, you basically just vanished.
Well, that explains the headache, I guess, if it was so magical. My light. So what happened? What was that about? I presume I left the party a bit early.
Well, I'm probably not the best person to explain this, but essentially that was some kind of trial to earn Loa's favor, and in defeating the Direhorn, which somehow we did, we won the favor of this Raptor Loa dude, and I'll be honest, I never thought I'd ever get the blessing of a Loa in my lifetime, but well, life surprises you sometimes, I guess.
Did the Blood Oath get a blessing too?
Well, I think so. And I think she also made a new friend. It was kind of strange and horrific, but I'd rather not talk about that.
The Archmage sighs and says, of all the history books that I had to study in my years, the history and the magics of the trolls were honestly my least favorite. I don't enjoy being involved with them so closely.
Well, I guess their help is better than no help.
I suppose. Oh. She sighs and turns her head up, looking at the sky, and says, damn this awful rain. I'm going to go get some shelter, Benjamin. See you in the morning, unless there's anything else.
Oh, yes, I actually came here to get my stuff back before I forget again.
Oh, right. I apologize. And she will unfasten the belt. Basically, she fastened your stuff to her belt and hand it over to you.
I missed my sword, but I also found a new love for axes, so I guess I'll have to have my fun with my weapons now.
Axes? Seems I missed something.
Oh, yeah, up in the tower, Lord Rosnell's tower, I had no weapons, so all I had was the weapons the guards had, so I had fun using an axe and throwing them, and yeah, that's about it.
You had fun. You sound like a child at a Dark Moon fair. Very well, Benjamin. What do you think of spears, then?
I'll be honest with you. In soldier training, we had to use them quite a bit, but I was never really a fan of them, so I honestly prefer a shorter weapon, to be honest.
She nods and says, back in the dream, you and Buhd and Bladebeard were wielding spears, if I remember right.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm not sure why I had a spear instead of a sword like you did, which honestly would be much better for me.
Well, I had more of a dagger than a sword. Probably reminiscent of you lot being more physical fighters, me being a spellcaster. She waves her hand sort of dismissively.
I guess. Do mages have training in using their staffs as a combat weapon?
She chuckles and says, there are some, but no, it's not something you would hear about.
Because if that were the case, I guess a spear would make more sense.
She lifts up her arm and says, and like lifts up the sleeve on her arm to like point at her weak, untrained muscles and says, "Do I look like much of a physical fighter, Benjamin?"
Well, maybe not, but well, you taught me how to make bread, so maybe one day I can teach you to use a sword. Who knows?
She laughs at that, and she will say, "Well, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing you wield a spear again."
If you want me to fail horribly at whatever I'm doing, sure.
She laughs and will like start moving away to like go below deck.
Yeah, I guess I go below deck. Is it raining already?
Oh yeah, it's been raining. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'm absolutely soaked and totally go under the deck.
Meanwhile, Lyri, have you like just been laying there waiting for Johnny to return?
Mm-hmm. It's real sad.
Let me roll Johnny's careful to see how much time he takes. Okay, he returns fairly quickly, like in 2 minutes or so, with several bandages. And he says, all right, do you need my help to apply them?"
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, well, maybe you should apply them, well, not in the rain, below deck, maybe, would be better. Not good to apply bandages while they're wet. He's like slouching over them, covering them from the rain, for context.
I open my bag and I put them in. Or I try to put them in. Depends if he gives them to me or not.
Yeah, as soon as you do that, yeah, he approaches and like hands them to you, hands the bandages to you.
Cool. I put them in my bag and I wait for him to go.
And as you like, do you like stand up?
No, I just wait for him to go first.
He says, very well, again, need anything, just shout. My name is Johnny. Actually, I think you knew that already. Okay, have a good night. Please don't sleep in the rain. And he like turns
I
around.
wink at him.
He says, he looks away a bit too quickly and walks away.
I sigh and I huff and I puff and I get up and I dust myself off.
You're
I'm
starting
very
to
peeved.
get wet from the rain.
I go inside. I'm all wet and my plan didn't go through, so I'm peeved off.
Understandable. So at this point, Bladebeard is sleeping, but you're working on your recruitment posters, I suppose. And Lyri and Benjamin, separately, you have gone below deck. Benjamin, you're going with the Archmage or on your own?
I mean, I guess we'll have to go in the same direction, I guess.
Sure. Yeah. What would any of you like to do?
Find a spot, I guess. Since it's been kind of hard lately due to all the new crew.
I want to survey the environment, see if there's anything I can take or mess up.
Oh, there's plenty of stuff you can take or mess up. To all of you,
Good.
The below decks reeks of alcohol, and you see the large crew of slumbering, well, crewmen, and all of them reek of alcohol. So yeah, they probably will not wake up if you like do anything, Lyri. And yeah, their items are like sprawled around them. They mostly work on the honor system. They don't have like any security. It's fairly cramped.
Can I try and find where DoomGoblin went?
A roll for me. I don't remember. Yeah, you weren't there when he. Yeah, so roll for me a careful difficulty 4 to try to find him. Nope. You are unable to find him easily. It will take you some time.
I give up. It's too hard.
Okay. Benjamin, as you go below deck, the Archmage will say, "Well, I'm going to find out if my hammock was taken or not. Missed out on the party, did we?"
Well, I think a bit of drinking after the last few days would have done me some good. But yes, I guess I'll have some fun trying to find a spot where I won't wake up with someone's foot in my head, so...
Well, best of luck. And she walks away to look for a spot to sleep.
I kind of just take a deep breath and just try looking around for a somewhat open spot to lay down or sit down on, I guess.
Also roll for me a careful difficulty 4. Your stunt would apply, but meanwhile, Lyri, what are you doing?
I'm looking for some kind of tonic or drink or something I can snag and take.
Oh, there's plenty of it to go around. Pretty much every hammock has, like, a bottle next to them. They've clearly, like, taken them out of store for, like, this celebration.
I look for the most foul, disgusting smelling drink I can find.
You have quite a lot of options, but since the smell of alcohol is pretty much everywhere, can you roll me a careful difficulty 2? Okay, yeah, you find a bottle that positively reeks of, like, hard alcohol, but it's also mixed with, like, a flavor you've never heard or tasted before. If you ever, like, drank in your homeland, you're, like, used probably to more, like, fine wine or sparkling wine or cider or stuff like that. No, this is, like, the foulest grog or vodka or something hard like that.
I just try and take it and put it in my bag for later.
You successfully do that. Meanwhile, Benjamin, you find a hammock that is empty and unoccupied.
I am surprised by my find because since the new crew got in, I haven't had much luck in finding an empty hammock, so I'll gladly take it.
That you do. I'll just roll the Archmage's careful in the meanwhile. But meanwhile, Lyri, what are you doing with your -2? Okay.
Her hammock was definitely taken
Guess who's sleeping on
by
the floor?
10 people.
Guess who's sleeping on the floor? Yeah, Lyri, what are you doing now that you have your disgusting alcohol?
I'm gonna probably try and find somewhere to sleep, but I don't want to sleep near other people, so I'm probably gonna, like, sleep on the stairs or something.
Okay, you
Oh,
are...
that's gonna do wonders for your deck.
I know.
You are entirely free to do that. It will be uncomfortable, but you can do it.
I don't trust people near my stuff, that's all.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. So at this point, is it safe to assume that everyone except Buhd is going to sleep?
Yeah, I just want to mention I am sleeping fully armored and hugging my sword.
And I want to mention that Brignir is standing guard.
Oh yeah,
Next
obviously.
day.
Obviously, yeah.
And the big one is, I guess, outside.
Yeah,
Since
he cannot fit. He's rusting outside, yeah.
Resting or rusting?
Are you to rest?
I'm resting.
Are you? Alright.
But you're continuing to work. After like an hour, you make a product that you deem satisfactory, but to everyone else, it clearly looks like a child with enormous hands made it, to say the least. What do you do now?
He's gonna go get it all set out and ready to recruit people outside of the ship, like setting it up.
Okay, so you take like a bunch of like wood to make like a makeshift stand and all that?
Yeah. That basically that.
Okay, because if you're a careful roll, you don't need to like roll to discover that again. You find those supplies, but you'll be very noisy. And as you like leave the deck of the ship, arms filled with all sorts of supplies and carpentry supplies, Vera, the undead security chief, will walk up to you and say, "Hello, bud. What's all this?"
Buhd making recruitment banner.
You do realize these are our supplies, right?
Buhd give them back after Bud's done.
She sighs and says, "Oh, you're the most trustworthy out of your friends, I suppose. What are you doing with them?"
Buhd making recruitment because Buhd leave Bladebeard's stinky crew.
Okay. Best of luck. She walks away.
Bye.
Does not reply. Okay. Feel free to spend. It will take you quite a while. You probably won't get any sleep to construct this makeshift stand. Do you do so?
Yeah, I'd say Buhd would.
Okay, then roll me. I guess a clever or careful to see how well you construct this. Difficulty. Have you ever done carpentry before?
Don't think Buhd has. Maybe?
Okay.
It probably wouldn't be very good.
Okay. Well, I will say because you are a heavy weapons expert, because you know how like cannons need to be positioned, etc. That will slightly reduce the difficulty, but it will still be a hard roll. So it will be difficulty 4, careful or clever, please. Okay, that's not bad. You make a makeshift stand. It's not pretty by any means. It looks like one of those stands you see, like the stands you would see in Ed, Edd n Eddy that the kids made to sell whatever. It looks kind of crappy.
That's accurate.
Yeah, it looks kind of crappy, but it's standing, unless like someone gives it like a good kick or something.
Alright, that works for Buhd.
Yeah. But this will take you up to morning to do. So you're spending your night building this stand, correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right. What Buhd would do.
You're doing this like right outside of the ship, or?
Close to it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. Then I think it's as good a time as any to time skip until morning. Okay. Everyone, Buhd is obviously awake, but of Benjamin, Bladebeard, and Lyri, who would wake up first?
I think I'm gonna enjoy my comfortable or relatively comfortable hammock.
I'm probably going to wake up first.
Yeah, Lyri, as you wake up, you feel downright awful. Your back hurts like hell. But at least no one seems to have like picked with your stuff, like stolen your stuff or anything like that.
Cool.
What would you like to do, if anything?
I look around to see the people on the who is awake.
The vast majority of them are still sleeping because of like last night's hangover, and you can assume that most of them will not be getting up for a bit.
Okay.
If you're looking specifically at the hammock you stole the alcohol from, they are like the deepest sleeper snorers of all. So, yeah, they probably will not notice that you stole
Is anyone on the island awake yet?
Would you go above deck to look?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you go above deck, you will notice, and Buhd will also notice, that the rain has not stopped. In fact, it's continuing. And you will see, like, activity on the island as like the sun begins to rise. It is autumn, just FYI. Yeah, you will see like people on the island just squatting around. A lot of them don't really have anything to do, but you will see like a small crowd beginning to gather to a place near the ship. Can you do me a careful check, difficulty 2? Okay, that's all you see.
Okay. I try and find some shade from the rain above deck. I don't know, maybe under the crow's nest. Who knows?
You successfully managed to find shade from the rain. It's not particularly hard. Yeah, and you are sheltered as like crewmen begin to very slowly wake up and go to their usual posts.
I'm just keeping an eye to see if anybody cool shows up. I have a plan.
Okay. Meanwhile, Bladebeard or Benjamin or Buhd, if you want to do something, which of you would wake up? Or again, if Buhd wants to do something?
I guess Bladebeard wake up. Maybe he told Frignir to wake him up in like, I don't know, 7, something like that.
Okay. At precisely 7 o'clock on the dot, Frignir begins to like shake you awake.
Good morning, Frignir.
Morning, Captain. You asked me to wake you up.
Yeah, good job.
He does not acknowledge your compliment.
Alright, I would like to go to the prison area,
Okay.
where I guess Weasel and Tayu are.
Okay. As you reach the prison, you see that there's only one guard stationed there. And as you approach, he like just gives you a nod. Do you like stop or say something?
Has the orc been yelling lately?
Oh no, she's perfectly behaved.
Something's wrong with her, I guess.
He shrugs at you.
I'll enter the room.
Yeah. As you enter the room, let me put. Yeah. You see the orc like slouching down, looking like down at the ground. The weasel is nowhere to be found.
Hey, Tayu, right? I believe Roswell told me your name when he hired me to kill you.
She does not respond initially, but when you say Roswell, she like looks up straight at you. And when you say she hired me to kill you, she has a look of confusion on her face.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah. When I teleported to him, he told me to kill you and everyone else in your group. You know, Seema and ogres, and I believe one was a troll.
She will sigh and say, "Fitting price for my failure. I'm nothing. I have failed my lord."
I mean, why do you even care? He was a terrible lord. He didn't care about you.
Why do you care why I care?
I don't know. When I first saw you, you were angry and full of spirit, and you wanted to kill me, even though you were tied down, and now you're just sad.
I have failed my mission. I deserve only death.
I mean, there's more to life than missions.
She scoffs at you. That's something a dwarf would say.
Well, just because you failed once doesn't mean that you can't try again. Come work for me, be a pirate. And I won't kill you when you fail me.
A pirate?
Yeah,
Just answer me this, dwarf. who killed Lord Roswell?
I did.
Then there's no way in all the ancestors' hells that I would ever work for you.
Why? I mean, you orcs, you respect strength.
You
I killed
are,
your last.
You are the reason why my life is now forfeit. You are the reason why. She like grumbles angrily and says, "Kill me and be done with it already."
I'm the reason you're alive. He wanted to kill you, not me.
She glares daggers at you and says, "The only way I am going to stay alive is if I avenge his death, dwarf."
Good luck with that, I guess. Where's the goblin that was here?
She begins to like struggle against her restraints. You've like awoken something in her. Not something you would want to awaken, but yeah.
Maybe I did want to.
Who knows? Yeah, she says, "Get over here so I can kill you already."
That's the spirit. That's the old Tayu I knew. Alright.
Damn dwarf. Just kill me already or let me kill you.
I don't feel like it. See you later. And I leave.
She screams at you and will attempt to lunge at you, but because she's chained up, the chains like pull her back and she like slightly hurts herself in the attempt, but she continues screaming after you, not saying anything, just screaming out loud.
As I'm leaving, I tell the guard, she looks fine now.
What did you do?
What I do best. And I'll just leave.
Yeah, he has this like flabbergasted expression on his face. Meanwhile, Buhd, just to like set the scene for you, yeah, as you continue working and the sun is rising, you begin to feel very, very tired since the sleep you got while when your lower vision wasn't exactly very particularly restful. But quite a few curious onlookers have turned up to see what the hell Buhd is doing, because you actually know most of them because most of them are inhabitants of Buhd Bay.
Buhd is trying to keep himself awake for the most part, but welcome to Buhd's recruitment. We are Buhd is seeking very smart and very strong members for Buhd's crew. Buhd is no longer part of Bladebeard's crew because he is bad at captaining. So join Buhd's crew. Be great.
When you say he's bad at captaining, a few of the people in the crowd like nod knowingly, like yeah, of course, and like all of them like sure looks at each other, and one of them, a middle-aged human who is missing half of his teeth, will ask you, "If you have a ship, Captain Buhd?"
We do not have a ship yet, but we will get a ship from somehow, but we will get one. Buhd has a plan to ask the Baron after we save Buhd Bay.
Yeah, as soon as you say, "No, I don't have a ship," like 70% of the onlookers walk away.
Well, shoot. Plan B is making ship. That's a lot of wood. Well, Buhd become captain after save Buhd Bay then. That's a good plan.
A very drunk looking gnome walks up to your stand and like tries climbing up on like the desk, and you hear him like grunting and hiccuping.
Hello. Are you interested in joining Buhd's crew?
Yeah. Uh, got a spot for navigator?
Yeah, we could use a navigator.
Just pay me and hold a grog you can handle.
We'll Bud try and get drinks from friends, and we'll get that as worked out.
Yeah, whatever. I lost my last navigator job, but you look like a good captain. I never served with Draenei before, but yeah, nice to meet you. My name's Twinkles.
Oh, Bud knew 2 Twinkles. And Bud's a Draenei again? I don't remember turning into a Draenei.
You look at your behind and you do not see a tail.
Oh, but not Draenei.
So, when do we sail, Captain?
We set sail eventually, but you be a good part of the crew, Twinkles.
Okay, can I hang out here? And
Oh yeah, you can hang out with Bud.
Okay. And he sits down on the desk of your recruitment thing and empties what remains of his bottle.
So Twinkles, where you been? Like where you go to? A lot.
Oh, I've been lots of places, Captain. Oh, where am I? Oh yeah. Oh, you know, I've been to Stormwind once, and I steered the ship from Stormwind all the way to Goldshire. I'll have you know. You probably don't know where that is, but I steered it right, Captain. Yeah, and I can steer the ship anywhere.
Oh, that's good. Very useful skill.
Yeah. I'm the best navigator you'll ever get, Captain. You know, I traveled once with 2 blood elf ladies. Oh, that was quite a trip. Traveled once to Northshire, I think. Yeah. Took the ship there. Well, Captain wasn't very happy about that, but that's where we wound up.
Oh, that's a lot of good credentials right here. You're a navigator. You've been to Goldshire. You've been a ladies' man. Very good stuff here.
Yeah, Captain. I can get you all the gold shares in the world. Yeah. Got any grog, Captain?
No, but got some leftover paper.
Oh, that's okay. I'll just hang out with you, Captain, till we get ready to sail. Can't wait to sail. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, but we sail soon. We're gonna retake Buhd Bay, and then we're gonna get our own ship, and then we're gonna sail some more.
What's a Buhd Bay, Captain?
It's big docky place where all the ships come in, and it's a lot of drinks.
Oh yeah. Do you know there's demons there? Where's this thing? Yeah, there were some demons. Huh. Why would we go to the Buhd Bay if there's demons there, Captain?
Well, we need to retake Buhd Bay. We promised Roseguard, we promised the Baron, and we get a lot of good things if we save Buhd Bay. You probably get a lot of drinks.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I hung out with a few troll gods myself. I think I prefer the whatchamacallit, the orc gods. Honestly, now those are some party gods. I'll have you know, Captain. Oh, you've never tasted grog until you've tasted orc grog, Captain.
But have to try it. Sound good. But what haven't been orc grog since Brewfest? Oh, good time.
Yeah. Whew. Where are we?
We at Bud's recruitment center.
Oh, who's Bud?
I'm Buhd. Captain Buhd.
Oh, nice to meet you, Captain Bud. I'm Twinkles. I'm a navigator.
Yeah, but knows this. Will you repeat it? Because sometimes Buhd forget. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice. I tell you about the time I sailed with two little ladies. Oh, that was quite a trip. All the way to Goldshire?
Yeah, you say that story.
Oh man, that was the weirdest day, I'll tell you what. Whew. Yeah. It's nice knowing you, Captain.
Yeah, nice knowing you too, Twinkles.
Yeah. You know, my mom used to make fun of my name. I don't know why she made fun of my name. I mean, she was the one who gave me my name, but you know, moms will be moms. What can you do? Oh, how did you grow up, Captain? And at this point, what is everyone else doing? I'd like to ask.
I guess by this time, which is, I guess I'll wake up.
Okay. You will see the same scene that Lyri saw, aka most of the crew still drunkenly asleep.
I get a good stretch going since I, for a change, had a good night of sleep. I had a bit of a strange dream, but I'd rather not think about that again. But I'd say I'm pretty well rested, so I'm kind of in a better mood than I was the previous day.
Yeah. Unlike Lyri, you managed to find a good enough spot to sleep that you feel comfortable. But most of the members of the crew are still slumbering.
I guess I'll go up deck to see if it's still raining.
Oh yeah, as you go above deck, you will see that it is indeed still raining, even a bit harder than it was yesterday. You will see like the various members of the crew attending to their duties, well, like groggily, like more and more are waking up very slowly to go to their duties. And you see a familiar blood elf sheltering under the crow's nest.
I'll choose to ignore that, and
Wow.
and since it's raining and I don't really have anything to do, I guess I'll just stand at the door, just looking outside.
And I'm looking for any interesting figures. Trying to see if that Shangan person's out and about yet.
The last time the collective you, I mean, saw him, he was being taken by Kyrie to her quarters. You see no sign of him, and the door to Kyrie's quarters is closed.
Pain.
I mean, if you want to do something, Lyri, you can, but I would like to go to Captain's quarters.
Okay.
I guess as she looks toward the captain's quarters, she sees Bladebeard approaching.
Benjamin, you would also see Bladebeard, followed by his two iron bodyguards.
I kind
I'm
of just
I'm
shoot
just
him
gonna
a glance.
stay out of the way for the time being because I have a plan and I can't let people see, and I have to be nice and quiet about it.
Yeah, makes sense. You approach the Captain Kyrie's door, Bladebeard. You are now in front of it. It is closed.
Alright, I knock.
No reply.
Hey, Kyrie, Kizzy, are you awake?
You hear a voice from behind the door that says in Kyrie's gnome voice, I should say, Captain Kyrie is busy at the moment. Please try again later.
How much later? What you're doing?
Captain Kyrie is busy at the moment. Please try again later.
Yeah, you already mentioned that. How long should I wait?
Captain Kyrie is busy at the moment. Please try again later.
Oh, I guess dragons can also get a bit drunk. Is Shallan alright?
Captain Kyrie is busy at the moment. Please try again later.
Are you? Is that some kind of a joke? It's pretty funny, but I mean, Shallan is here, right?
Captain Kyrie is busy at the moment. Please try again later. Benjamin,
I
Lyri,
look
you
at-
see Bladebeard arguing with a door.
I can't just stare at it dumbfounded.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Bladebeard
just
is
kind of look at it weird.
Go ahead, DoomGoblin.
I look at Fignet. What
He
what's going on?
looks closer at the door and like touches it with his hand and examines it and says, "From my database, this is a sign of draconic magic, the blue dragonflight, if I'm not mistaken. It is a warding device. We will not be able to enter."
Oh, I guess she got drunk and fell asleep. We'll wait. We'll I don't know, come back in an hour.
As you wish, Captain.
Hey, yeah, can you, instead of saying like as you wish and affirmative, can you maybe like when you accept my command, can you say aye, Captain?
My language matrix was damaged when I was employed by Lord Roswell.
Can you say aye, Captain?
Affirmative, Captain.
Close enough. Alright, yeah, I'll just hang around the ship.
Okay.
I look at Benjamin and start trying to creep him out.
having fun staring at me.
I pull funny faces but don't say anything.
I'll just sigh and look away.
I start doing really loud, like, what are they called? Wolf whistles. Trying to annoy him.
I don't think there's any dogs on board.
I get bored and try to look for somebody to mess with. I'm sick of this.
Well, Lyri, can you roll me a careful difficulty 2? This will not be difficult. Okay. You will notice, since you were like staking out for quote-unquote unusual visitors, that someone is running into the ship, but definitely not something you would expect. You will see a tiny raptor which is holding a tattered hat in its mouth, and it's running straight towards you.
I'm kind of like, I don't realize what I'm looking at until it like approaches me because I'm still kind of weirded out by the dream thing.
It looks very similar, though not identical to the raptor in your dream, and he puts the hat down at your feet, and in the hat you see a small pouch.
I kind of kneel down and take it.
Okay. Both the hat and the pouch, or just a pouch?
Both of them.
Okay. The hat is a tattered hat that is very dirty, but still wearable and washable. And inside the pouch, as you like shake it, you clearly feel coins inside.
Oh, I just put the pouch in my bag there. And then I kind of, if the raptor's like still there, I try and like pet it or something.
Yeah, as you like pet it, you hear a voice in your mind that says, "Johnny takes care of its own, rich man."
I'm taken aback. I don't really know what to do, but I mentally I am in gratitude. I'm very, very happy with this.
He will say, just as I be the patron of thieves and of garbage, I be the patron of the downtrodden as well. And you not be doing so hot, I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm not doing the best.
To everyone else, it looks like Lyri is petting and talking to a raptor that is not responding. Yeah, Lyri, you hear a bit of laughter in your mind and say, "Stick with me, rich man, and I be taking care of you." And
I'll hold my head and try to get away from the raptor since I'm traumatized.
Go ahead. Yeah. So you hear the voice in your mind, Lyri, that I will take care of you, rich man, but you also gotta be taking care of the other downtrodden.
Like these people, I kind of gesture to the other people on the ship.
No, their bellies be full, they have bags full of gold. No, they be rich, man. No. But look at the island. And after a short pause, it will say, squalor, people displaced from the war. It would be really bad out there. You gotta help them, and they will help you. You gotta stick together.
And how do I help them?
It will like chuckle, the voice in your mind, and say, "You be the one with the magic, rich man."
Okay.
It will say, "If you ever need to talk to me again, find one of me children or me worshipper, Rua, the Zandalari troll on this island."
I give the little raptor a nod. And
go ahead.
And I just kind of resume my business and looking for people.
Mm-hmm. The raptor walks away with you. You now have a dirty hat and a pouch of money.
I kind of try and shake and like wring the hat, try and get all the water out of it, because it's probably a bit damp.
Yeah, it is damp, but the dirt isn't just from the water. It reeks of alcohol.
Sheesh. I try and dry it off the best I can and put it in my bag, but like try and separate it from the bandages.
Mm-hmm. You successfully do so. And the little raptor runs away from the ship. Buhd, meanwhile, as you're hanging out with Twinkles, a few more people have like shown up to like ask you, "Hey, are you recruiting? What's this all about?" etc., etc. The vast majority will like turn away once they find out, "No, I don't have a ship yet." If you're being truthful, are you being truthful?
Yeah, Bud's being honest.
Okay, but you've managed to like gather a small crowd of like 5 or 6 very drunk people who have now enlisted into your crew.
Yay, Bud has drunk people.
Yeah.
Can I like leave the ship and go onto the island?
Mm-hmm. Just do keep in mind that it is still raining.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You are able to do that, and you will see like some people like gathering at a point nearby, though you're not quite able to make out what's happening.
For the time being, I just try and stick to places with a tiny bit of shade and keep a lookout for anybody who might be a bit rich.
There isn't really much shade. It's very much a desert island, most of it. But most of the people you see really look like refugees that just fled with like the clothes on their backs. The people you see that are more like well off are aboard the ships that are docked. They are not aboard on the island.
Mm-hmm. I just sit back and wait to see if any of them come off the ship and onto the island for anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. I would say that after like a few minutes, you will see from a ship that is close by to the ship you just came from, a person, like a very determined person, walk by. This person that you will see on screen.
Oh, jeez.
Despite her demeanor, she seems like a bit on edge, but she's not like paying attention to like the people squatting around her.
I kind of run up to her frantically and I'm like, help, help, I need help.
What's the matter? What is it?
Come with me, come with me. And I run to an area with a little less people in it.
You successfully lure her. She seems determined to like find out what's going on, what's wrong.
I point to like I point somewhere off in the distance and I'm like, my ship has sunk over there, my little rowboat, and people are drowning in the water. Could you help?
How did nobody see this? Yeah, of course, sure. Fortunately for you, I'm the captain of a ship, so I'll just order it to take a look and go and find the survivors.
Oh, are you gonna go back on the ship?
Well, of course we need to rescue them.
It's like 2 people. I mean, it's not really worth the whole ship.
Then what do you propose we do?
Swim out, get them. I can't swim.
Very well. Well, actually, she's going to roll a careful because you said I came with like a rowboat that's sinking, but you also said I can't swim. So let me see if she figures out the contradiction in here. Where do I find her thingy? Okay, open up. She's not particularly careful. Nope, she's completely oblivious. Okay, she gives you a nod and says, "You're right. Wait here." And she runs in the direction you pointed her.
While she's running, I take out what I have in my bag, the alcohol, the bandages, and I pour that really foul, toxic, disgusting, this really smelly alcohol onto the bandages, and then I try and run out after her and catch up.
Roll me a quick to see if you actually manage to catch up.
Oh no.
Okay, it's not that big of a difference. You clearly see that she's gaining distance from you, but you are able to like keep her in view.
I need to try and catch up again because there's no way I can pull this off if she's ahead of me.
Feel free to do another roll if you want.
Oof.
Okay, yeah, you manage to match her speed eventually, and you catch up with her, though it is tiring for you.
Oh gee. Okay, now from behind, I get that really bad smelling bandage with the alcohol on it. I put it over her face and I try to knock her out.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but you're gonna die.
I am not.
No regrets.
Okay. Roll for me sneaky, and I will roll her careful. Okay. You manage to like catch her slightly off guard, and I will count that as her having taken 2 damage, but you don't manage to like quite knock her out yet. You are now in combat, more or less.
Okay.
Because it was your surprise round, and you have the same quick, I will allow you to like go again.
I continue to just try and hold it so I can knock her out and steal all the goodies.
Okay, roll your forceful, I guess, and I'll roll against her forceful. Because you're trying to like keep the gag over her mouth. Okay, you do not manage, and she like pushes you away. On her turn, she like whirls around and says, "What's the meaning of this? What the hell do you think you're doing?"
Nothing.
"Trying to rob me, are you, filthy little filcher?" And she will raise her weapon at you, intimidatingly. She's making a flashy attack against you. She's trying to intimidate you.
I will just kind of stand there and blink a couple of times, or at least try to.
Roll your own flashy, I guess. Okay.
Ooh.
You feel intimidated, and you take 2 points of damage. How do you take 2 points of damage?
How can I take 2 points of damage?
Level 2 stress, I guess.
I'll take level 2 stress.
Okay. It is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm intimidated. So I run away. I've had enough. Didn't work out.
She allows you to run away. Basically, once she realized you were trying to like steal from her, she wasn't going to kill you because it is a bunch of pirates, so she expects to be robbed. She was just trying to make you back off, so she allows you to run away.
Oh, okay. I was hoping to run out through Buhd's recruitment thing.
Yeah,
This is fine too. I run back. I'm kind of upset. I'll go try my plan on someone else who's probably already drunk or something. I don't know.
Okay. Meanwhile, Bladebeard and Benjamin, what are you two doing?
I'm honestly probably still lazing around since, again, I don't really have much to do. And I don't really know anyone on the ship aside from, our team, so yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna go back to the ship.
Okay. You are free to do that. Bladebeard, what are you doing?
I guess not a lot of time has passed, right?
Oh, 10-ish minutes.
Alright, I'm bored of waiting. Let's go and get a drink or something.
Who do you say this to?
My Aaran dudes.
Okay, then Frignir will say, "May I remind you, Master, that I do not drink, but we will accompany you."
Alright. Bladebeard puts his hand in his pocket and pulls out, I don't know, like a rock and a seashell. I don't really have any money though.
The Iron Vrykul will say, "We can gut anyone who refuses to part of their drink, if you wish, Master."
I know that. I think that will cause more trouble than anything. But yeah, let's go around town and see where maybe we can earn some money.
Can you do me a careful check difficulty 2? It won't be difficult. Okay.
Alright.
Benjamin, can you also do me a careful check difficulty 2? And actually Lyri too, I'll say that you're all like just coming up aboard the ship, okay? Okay. Benjamin and Bladebeard, you notice that your bag has started glowing, Bladebeard. A green glow coming from your bag.
I will reach down and see what's glowing.
Yeah, you see that it is this item that is glowing green, and you hear voices talking in a language that you are completely unfamiliar with.
Am I able to hear this, or is it just Bladebeard?
For the moment, just Bladebeard because you're a bit far away, but you do see the green glow and like Bladebeard pick up the glowing item.
I'll slowly approach.
Trignir, do you understand what this snow globe is talking about?
He examines it and says, I'm afraid, Master, as I mentioned, my language matrix was damaged when I became Lord Razo's property. It is a language I am unable to identify currently.
Do I see anything in it?
Do you look into it?
Yeah.
How long do you look into it? Do you just like glance or do you focus into it?
Yeah. Let's say I focus on it.
Okay. You'll see, just like the first time you picked it up and looked into it, you see a small fleet of ships crewed by undead in the middle of the ocean. However, they are now stuck in the middle of a fierce storm, and they seem to be unable to like travel in their preferred destination.
How detailed do I see this? Can I maybe try to recognize some of the undead?
Basically, the more you look, the more detail you are able to see. Do you try to like look further in?
Yeah, I want to see what do those undead look like.
Just as I mentioned, it will mean that Benjamin is able to like get closer to you, and Lyri is able to also notice the commotion if she decides to.
I'll come up to see what's up too.
I'll grab Bladebeard's shoulder, as he seems kind of in a trance, so I'm trying to get his attention.
Does he get my attention?
Oh yeah, you probably feel a bit startled because you were focused on the item in your hand.
Good morning, Benjamin.
What's that you're holding?
Benjamin, you also hear voices talking in an unfamiliar language.
Would it be the same language that the fish people spoke?
No.
And Zelatat again? Okay.
Though you wouldn't be able to tell that it was a different language either.
Fair enough.
Lyri, are you also coming close?
I'm trying to get close.
Remind me, please, what languages does your character speak?
Common and Thalassian.
Okay.
And a tiny bit of Orcish, but not much.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, you also see like the scene of the two of them focused on the item, and you also hear voices. You seem to identify like 2 or 3 speakers talking to each other in an unfamiliar language.
This is an item, a magical item that I have, and apparently
And where did you get it from?
I got it from my great grandmother. She was a fortune teller.
Is that really true, Bladebeard?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Are you using your stunt Bladebeard or are you saving it?
Yeah, let's say I use it. But let's say that his great grandmother was really a fortune teller.
Makes sense. For those who don't remember, Bladebeard has a stunt where once per session, he can tell a lie that everyone around him is forced to believe until he says that it's not true. So Benjamin and Lyri, you do believe that this orb came from his great grandmother, who was a fortune teller.
You had a really shady great grandmother.
Oh, she isn't the shadiest in the family though. But anyways, can you understand what this orb is talking about?
I tapped Bladebeard's head really hard, like 5 times.
It hurts Bladebeard.
Ow. Hey, what you doing?
Nothing. I just kind of leave my hand on his head and don't say anything.
The
I,
Iron Vriko
move.
unsheaths his sword.
I just move away.
I think she was looking for a pet earlier. I think she found one.
What? What?
I just wave my hand and leave the group.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bored now. I mean, I thought it'd be something cool, but it's just his grandmother's orb, so I leave as well.
So you can't understand it, Benjamin?
I'm afraid I only speak common and a tiny pinch of Thalassian, so I'm afraid I can't help.
Alright. Apparently it also shows pictures of undead on a boat.
Well, you probably know what I'm going to say. You should show it to Kyrie. She has a knowledge for those kinds of objects.
Well, Kyrie is unavailable at the moment. Please come back later.
Why not wait a bit then?
I'm waiting for like 10 minutes already.
And I mean, I'm sure you're not very fond of Meridia, but I'm sure she could help at least a little bit.
Where is she?
I don't know.
Alright. I guess I'll figure out myself.
While all this was happening, the orb, the thing, continued glowing and voices continued to be heard.
Well, anyways, I think you might be creeping people out with that, so maybe have it shut up.
Are any other people looking at me?
A few. They're like curiously looking like, what's that weird glow? But they're not like approaching you or anything.
I saw undead. Remind me, how different is what's the name of undead language from common?
Gutter speak.
Yeah, gotta speak.
It's like just to put it in perspective, like common would be the English spoken like that we're speaking at the moment, and gutter speak would be the slang you hear in like a suburb or a very trashy suburb or something like that.
Yeah. So I would understand it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a gutter speak. Alright.
And it is not.
Alright, I'll keep looking at the orb.
Okay. Lyri and Benjamin, feel free to interrupt at any point, but Bladebeard, as you continue peering into the orb, you see like the undead crew of the ship struggling against the storm, struggling to like get their ships moving in the right direction, almost madly, like singular-mindedly focusing on going in that one direction, despite meaning that they have to go through the eye of the storm practically. And the more you look, they do not appear familiar, but they seem to be led by a very fierce-looking undead woman. And as you look, do you can like examine her closer, or is that good enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
As you examine her closer, you see that she's wielding a pair of very unusual cutlasses, very ornate. But otherwise, the sight is completely unfamiliar to you. Actually, roll for me. Oh yeah, I actually told you this before, and the first time that you used it, that you recognize one of the ships as belonging, well, used to belong to the Bloodsail Buccaneers.
Alright. I'll ask the mysterious voice in my head. Amantul, what's going on.
Using your stunt, right?
Yeah.
I need to give me like a moment to think for a little bit of what the voice would say.
All right. Also, by the way, I know where you got those voice lines from a few episodes back. I figured it out finally.
Okay, do tell. Just curious.
Oh, it's Yogg-Saron's puzzle thing.
That does not have voice lines. I know
Oh.
because I use it all the time in game. It does not have voice lines.
But it is Yogg-Saron, right?
I don't know.
All right.
Hmm. Okay, the voice in your head will say, as the followers of this order bicker, the crucible draws ever closer, and they march to their doom not knowing what awaits them. Do you need me to type that in chat?
No. That's all right. Useful as always. You guy. All right. I'll put it back in my bag.
Okay, you do that, your bag continues glowing, and voices are still heard from it. A very frantic discussion between 2 or 3 speakers in, again, the unfamiliar language.
Did I see who is speaking? Some
No.
undead.
No, it was not the undead that were speaking. Can you give me a clever roll difficulty 4? Basically, you have to get
Yeah.
a critical to... Okay, yeah. All that I can tell you.
All right. I'll go and search for Meridia.
Okay. What is everyone else doing while this is happening, by the way? Including Buhd in this question.
I kind of was about to leave, but since Buhd asked me a question, I didn't really leave.
Okay. You see, you Benjamin saw Bladebeard like peering deeper into the orb, then like thinking to himself for a little bit, then saying, useful as always, and then he turns around and walks below deck. That's what you see.
Bladebeard,
Benjamin.
are you hearing voices?
Yeah. Are you not? I don't understand them though.
No, I don't mean those. It just said useful as always to the air.
Oh. Yeah. I was complimenting my my first mate Frignir. He's always useful.
Okay.
Are you hearing voices?
Well, not anymore.
Good to know.
I guess. Well, but regardless, I guess we should get back to finding Meridia.
Yeah.
Lyri also witnessed this weird scene.
I just kind of stand near Benjamin. Don't say anything, become sad.
Well, the two of them seem to be like going to look for the Archmage, Meridia. And they presumably are not like waiting for you to follow. Do you go with them?
Yeah, I go with them.
Okay.
Don't really know where they're going, but I'm going to follow them anyway.
Buhd, what are you doing in the meanwhile? Continuing to recruit drunkards?
Apparently, that is what Buhd is doing. He He doesn't seem too bothered by the fact that they're drunk.
Well, as you are doing that, can you roll for me a careful? It will be difficulty 2. Okay, you notice this small little raptor that you also kind of remember from your dream. Well, again, it looks slightly different. Walks up to you and Twinkles. Twinkles, who is resting on your desk.
Oh, hello, little lizard.
And before your eyes, you will see the little lizard snatches a small pouch that Twinkles has at his belt and runs away with it. The pouch clinks as if it contained coin.
Well, that's unfortunate for Twinkles.
Hey, get back here! And Twinkles falls face first in the dirt and mumbles.
You okay, Twinkles?
Captain Raptor stole my gold.
Well, I guess this would be our first crew mission. Alright, crew, we're gonna go get that lizard and get Twinkle's gold back.
Yes, Captain. And the 5 or 6 drunks hanging around your stand slowly begin rising up, most of them very unsteadily to their feet.
Come on, Bud Buccaneers, let's go.
Can you roll me a careful difficulty 2 to see if you manage to keep track of where the raptor ran off to? Okay.
Yep.
You do manage to do that. Do you run afterwards?
Yeah, we're gonna get the pouch of coins.
Okay, then roll me a quick, and I will roll the raptor's quick to oppose, but I will also roll, oh my god, I will also roll for the drunks.
Bud is really fast.
Yeah, and the drunks are not quite as fast as you, but they also manage to catch up to the raptor. Yeah, you manage to corner the little creature, and it looks around, sort of panicked.
Bud gently picks up the raptor by its tail and takes the coins, or tries to.
It yelps out, and as it yelps out, it drops the coins from its mouth.
Okay, we got your coins back. We'll let Lizard go. Unless Lizard wants to be Bud's parrot. That up to Lizard.
No, Captain. The lizard has to die for what it did to Twinkles. Nobody steals from the Buhd Buccaneers, says your new quartermaster, Billy.
Now, Billy, don't kill lizards unless, well, yeah, we don't kill this lizard. It not too bad. It could be our parrot. It up to Bud, or it up to Lizard friend. Bud not sure.
Can we drink it though, Captain? Says, Kristen, you're a dwarf cannoneer.
Well, Kristen, Bud tried drinking lizard once, and it just tastes like pee, so don't do that.
You're still holding the little thing in your hand, right? By its tail.
Yeah.
It desperately tries to bite at your fingers to escape, but it can't quite manage.
Do you not want to be Bud's parrot, little lizard?
Continues trying to bite at you.
Okay, Bud, take that as a yes. Okay, Bud let you go. Bye-bye.
You gently put it to the ground.
Yeah, he kind of just lets it go.
Okay. Yeah, and you let the lizard go, and it runs off. I think we can have, I'm asking everyone at the moment, how about we do one more scene of Benjamin, Bladebeard, and Lyri finding the Archmage, and then we call it for the day?
Yeah, sure. I'm
It's
ready.
fine.
That sounds good to me.
Alright.
Do you want to do anything else, Bud, as you just let the lizard go, just to like close out your scene?
Okay, well, let's go head back to our allyship, everybody. Come on, Bud Buccaneers.
The Bud Buccaneers all cheer. And like Billy stumbles to the ground, but Kristen helps him up, and they all follow you.
Bud smiles and is very happy that he's captain.
Yeah, a very impressive crew. I'm looking forward to designing all these NPCs. Meanwhile, Benjamin and Bladebeard, can both of you give me careful checks? For Bladebeard it will be difficulty 6, and for Benjamin difficulty 4 to find the Archmage, but for Benjamin his stunt will apply. Oh, okay. Bladebeard, you have no idea. Benjamin, you remember where the general direction the Archmage went last night, and you are able to spot her in the distance. Her outfit is very noticeable at the very least.
Fair enough. Then, since Bladebeard is very lost, I guess I lead the way.
Bladebeard, Lyri, do you follow?
I followed Benjamin. I wasn't really following Bladebeard to begin with, so.
Fair enough.
Do you see her? Do you see her, Benjamin?
I kind of just look around for a moment. Say, well, right there.
After pointing it out, you also see her Bladebeard.
Oh, alright. Hey! Aridia!
Like few sleeping members of the crew like grumble in their sleep. You still are carrying like a portable voice box with you that's glowing green, and it's making quite a few people irritable. Merida doesn't like seem to answer, but you do like see her moving, if that makes sense.
Oh, was she still sleeping?
You're a bit far away to tell.
Okay.
I go closer to her.
As all of you approach, and you see that she is she unfortunately couldn't find a hammock, so she's sleeping atop of a few crates, and she looks very uncomfortable, but is still asleep momentarily.
Could we wake her up?
Well, I'm honestly surprised your thing, or your grandma's thing, didn't wake her up already, so I guess we should very gently try to wake her up. Otherwise, you're risking a Frostbolt in your general direction.
Alright, I'll assist you. You get +1.
I think an assist from Bladebeard in this situation should be a -1, but okay.
How would you be assisting Benjamin, Bladebeard?
By also trying to carefully wake her up.
Okay, fair enough. Benjamin, roll me your careful with difficulty too. She isn't a very sound sleeper.
Yeah, I hope I don't have a critical failure
You do
and
have
kill her in her sleep.
You have +1 from Bladebeard as well. Okay. As you like shake her awake, the Archmage stirs and groggily looks around. Oh, Benjamin, what are those voices? You still hear like the dialogue coming from Bladebeard's item.
Well, that's kind of what we were going to ask you about.
Yeah. I pull out the hourglass. I have this magical hourglass that started talking. Oh no, wait. It was the orb. Orb started talking and
Wait, what's that hourglass?
I got it from my great grandfather. He was a clockmaker.
You have very peculiar lineage.
Yeah, I do. I know only half of it, so. Anyway, Meridia, this orb is talking and language none of us understands. So, do you know what's going on?
She's going to roll a careful. Okay. She looks at you and like shakes her head and just shakes her head and listens to it more and says, Bladebeard, where did you find this?
My great grandmother gave it to me.
Your great grandmother.
Yeah,
The voices are speaking in Eredun. Was your great grandmother a demon?
I don't think so.
Why do you have a demonic artifact, Bladebeard?
What?
Well, it wouldn't be a first, I guess. He had those crystals not long ago.
And you had a demonic dagger that you almost killed us all with. So, how about
What?
you tell me what it does?
Yeah.
I'm very confused by this.
To you,
You have a
Lyri,
very
to you, Lyri, it sounds like madness, but yeah.
you have a very peculiar way to ask people for help, Bladebeard.
By the way, Bladebeard, your stunt still applies, so technically Benjamin and Lyri believe that your great grandmother had a demonic artifact because of your stunt.
Yeah.
However, that works logically, yeah.
Yep. So, can you make it stop talking, or can you tell what they are talking about?
I don't speak demonic, but but it's clearly Herodun. All those. She like rubs her head. She's still very tired, and she still has that consequence. And,
What's wrong, Archmage?
What, Bladebeard? Why don't you ask this blood elf? All of them consort with demons anyway. She probably knows what the hell they're talking about.
I believe she said that she doesn't.
And you trust
Can you
her?
understand it?
And you trust her?
Not really. Do you know what the demons are talking about?
Maybe.
Then tell us.
They are saying that the North Star is rising and the great ship of Grey Yor will appear on the east horizon at 5 p.m. GMT.
Lyri, do all of you think this warrants a roll, or do you realize it's bullshit?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just getting a headache.
okay. Then Lyri, roll your sneaky. Bladebeard and Benjamin roll their carefuls. And the Archmage will also roll her careful.
Is it really worth it? Oh wow, maybe it is. Oh my god.
Benjamin? Benjamin, you realize it's complete bullshit. Bladebeard and the Archmage, it's a bit iffy for them. But I am actually going to spend a fate point on one of the Archmage's aspects that she, improves her roll. She figures out your bullshitting.
Wow.
What are you saying? Have you been drinking?
No, I wouldn't have a drink. I'm sober as heck.
Well, you have a funky smell on you.
Oh my god. That is not something you tell a woman. Fuck you. I am mad. Can I like I don't know, like shake the snow globe a little bit?
It's currently in Bladebeard's hand. Does
Oh, well.
Does Bladebeard allow you to like take it?
No.
There's your answer.
Fine. I just throw the disgusting smelling bandage at Benjamin
Benjamin, Lyri, roll your quick. Benjamin, roll your careful to see if this hits. A tie. Okay. In case of an overcome, I guess it means Lyri gets her way, but something negative.
I'll actually go ahead and use a fate point.
What are you invoking?
I guess I'm invoking adventuring sorcerer. I guess I'm using to quickly dodging things out of surprise, I guess.
Fair enough. You manage, unless Lyri wants to spend fate points.
No.
You dodge a disgusting smelling rag that reeks of just horrible alcohol, and I was trying to think of what mechos smell like, but probably nothing important. But yeah, it reeks of disgusting alcohol.
I'm not gonna ask.
I take out the alcohol from my bag and I just throw it on the floor.
You do so.
Well, I hope you're on cleaning duty later.
Nuh-uh.
Oi, demons, can you hear me?
Oh my god. I forgot we're talking to demons while this is all happening.
We can't understand you.
Were you going to ask something, Thompshire?
I was just gonna say that talking to demons sounds kind of illegal.
Okay. Bladebeard, how do you ask that question? Do you like speak directly into the thing? How are you like?
Yeah, I say it out loud
Okay.
towards the orb.
You will, all of you actually will hear the voices coming from the orb, like stop for a moment.
Oh, I fixed it. I scared them off.
And you will hear one of the voices coming from the orb say, "Who is this?"
Well, I'm Captain Bladebeard, the pirate.
I need to open up a sheet to check up on.
I just whispered to Bladebeard, should you really be telling your name to a demon?
I mean, I didn't sign anything, so just saying my name shouldn't be bad, right?
Meridian?
She looks horrified. She looks horrified.
Did you just say her name in front of the demon orb? That's kind of messed up.
Yeah, Benjamin.
You actually have a point. I kind of just covered my mouth.
That wasn't very smart, Benjamin Aaran.
It wasn't, I will admit it.
If only your friend Buhd was here.
Bladebeard, do you like take a look at the orb while you're talking, etc., etc.?
Yeah.
Okay. The image will shift, and instead of like the ships you were seeing previously, and like the chatter, obviously, you will see like the landscape shift to jagged black and green rocks. Is the best way I can describe it, and weird machinery that you've never seen before. And you will see, as you continue to look, someone peer right back at you, and you will now see like this person specifically saying, "Are you of Buhd Bay, Captain Bladebeard?"
I believe you failed to introduce yourself, demon. Are you Sargeras?
He laughs out loud and says, "How did you find a communication device?"
Like I said, my great-grandmother
Indeed. Well then. Actually, let me think for a little bit. Yeah, the demon itself will say, I believe, well, in ordinary circumstances, I would have killed you on the spot, Captain Bladebeard. But I believe we do have a common goal for once.
Can he really kill you on the spot?
The Archmage looks fucking horrified at this. What's Benjamin doing, by the way?
I'm kind of dumbfounded, so I don't really have a reaction.
In response to your question, Lyri, roll me a careful, and I will roll something to oppose you. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. All of you suddenly will see Lyri sort of clamped in fell green chains for just 5 seconds, and then the chains dissipate.
In that time, I unsheathed one of my axes.
Yeah, the Archmage, still half asleep, tries to scatter to her feet, but accidentally falls from the crates.
I kind of just shut up and sit on the floor and kind of go into a fetal position from kind of shook.
Yeah. The demon says, does this answer your companion's question?
Does it, Lyri?
In the meantime, I guess I'll go help Meridia up.
I guess it does. So what do you want?
So, Captain Bladebeard, tell me, what is your rank within the local denizens? You are a captain. Do you have much sway?
Yeah, I'm a pretty big deal.
The demon.
How about you?
The demon will say, we have a common enemy, Captain Bladebeard. The demons who assaulted your beloved town of Buhd Bay, I believe.
But you're the demons, right?
Do you get along with all dwarves, Captain Bladebeard?
Fair point. All right. So not all demons work together, I guess.
The demon will say, the Iron Vrykul is not there, Lyri. It's just the Iron Dwarf, because he doesn't fit below deck. The demon will then say, I have people coming to solve the situation in Buhd Bay. You've probably seen them if you've used this orb. The fleet of undead.
And what do they plan with Buhd Bay?
To kill all of the invaders and, for all I care, return the town to you afterwards.
All right, that sounds great.
However, as you can probably see, there is some strange magic that is halting their approach. What do you know of this?
I don't know from what world do you come, but here we have a thing called storms. They sometimes happen on the sea.
That is no natural storm, you arrogant imbecile.
Who are you calling arrogant? You didn't even tell me your name and your rank. How do I know I'm not talking to some imp peon?
Bladebeard, can you roll me your own careful and I'll roll something?
Yeah, thank you. Careful. 1.
Okay. The same thing that happened to Lyri now happens to you. You find yourself suddenly encased in chains emanating from the orb itself. And the demon says, "Is this enough evidence of my power, imbecile?"
How about this? Am I still holding the orb?
It's sort of levitating at the moment while you are encased in chains.
Oh. Yeah, I'll try to punch it with my head.
Okay, roll me a forceful, please. It'll be difficulty 4.
Oh,
You can't quite
I-
reach. Go ahead.
Do I have anything to use? I have fate points.
Can I try and help Bladebeard with that?
You have, if for assist, you have to declare before the roll, unfortunately.
Ooh.
All right. I failed this time, but next time you'll assist me.
Quite
All right.
possibly.
I fail.
Well, it's not just assist. Lyri and Benjamin and the Archmage, frankly, are also able to do their own things. This isn't just a Bladebeard discussion.
Well, seeing that the fact that like Bladebeard wants to destroy or like, knock around the orb, and I'm on the floor, can I like take out the wand and try and shoot at it?
Okay, roll me your force, so it'll be difficulty 2. No, you miss wildly, and the Archmage notices the wand. But is too focused on like the demonic situation at the moment. She will try to form a spell to try to free you, Bladebeard.
I'll actually. Okay, too late.
Well, fortunately, the roll is sufficient, Bladebeard. The fellfire that's sort of surrounding you suddenly freezes up, and for the moment you are free. And the sort of orb lands back in your hand.
I'll punch a wall with it.
Okay, feel free to do that. You punch a wall with the orb. The orb sort of goes straight through, but you will see that the sort of crystal part of it, well, not crystal, but the part that you see out of it doesn't like make any impact. It's transparent. It isn't actually solid. So you actually punch a wall with the metallic portion, and you punch straight through the wall.
Oh, the wall gets destroyed,
You punch a hole through it.
and the thing is unharmed.
So it seems.
The
The demon says, "Are you willing to cooperate, dwarf? We have common enemies."
You just chained me with some magical chains.
He sighs and says, "To prove a point, imbecile."
What? That you're not some imp?
You are the one who asked. Now, are you willing to cooperate and get your beloved Booty Bay back? Or will you
Oh,
be...
shut up! I interrupt him. I'm mad.
Okay. The demon pauses and says, "Very well then." And like the transmission on its quote-unquote side ends. And you, Bladebeard, return to the vision of ships, undead ships struggling in the ocean.
I think
Thank God he's gone.
Everyone heard and saw that, right?
There's a few members of the crew like...
No. I'm asking in character.
Okay, sorry.
I kind of
Yeah.
nod.
We fought a demon and we slew him.
I kind of sheepishly try and hide the wand again.
That's hardly fighting, I think. you kind of just survived.
The Archmage will say, since she was the only one unaffected by your stunt when you said it, the Archmage will say, so, can you tell us about your great-grandmother, the demon worshipper?
She didn't worship demons. She
Then
just
what was that?
honestly, I don't know. It didn't do that before. Yeah, well, apparently it's some kind of demon magical thing.
Should we really have that?
For once
Who?
I agree with the Blood Oath, says the Archmage.
What should we do with it?
I don't know. Throw it in the ocean. I have no clue.
I think you should give it to Kyrie for magical quarantine, I guess.
Well, maybe we should check if she's awake.
DoomGoblin, I'm actually going to compel you, your pirate captain aspect, that this thing, while obviously dangerous, is obviously also magical, and it's proven to be connected with the demonic, etc. It's definitely valuable in the right circles, and you definitely know like a few warlocks in like the shady part of Stormend or something that would definitely be interested in it. So you're going to keep it to sell it.
But I can still show it to her.
If
She let-
you think that you will still eventually be able to sell it to like your warlock contacts or something.
Yeah. I mean, she let me keep the golden staff. She'll let me
Now,
keep this one.
with all this, I must ask, Bladebeard, then what was that hourglass you were holding?
But Bladebeard, do you accept the compel?
Yeah, I accept.
Okay, use your fate point. Then Benjamin asks you a question.
Yeah, the hourglass. Another one of my item.
Are you
Personal
are you, are you,
belonging.
are you sure it's not a demonic hourglass?
No. As I said, my great grandfather was a clockmaker.
Well, you told me your great grandmother was a fortune teller, not a demon affiliated person.
Just because someone has demonic items doesn't mean they are worshipping demons.
Well, it's
I mean,
pretty
how else did she
suspicious
get it?
regardless.
I get up off the ground. I push myself off.
The Archmage says, quite frankly, that belongs in a vault held in by the Kirin Tor. But there were some useful things the demon said. What was that about them being divided and having the same goals?
Yeah, apparently not all demons are on the same side. I guess this guy wants to destroy the demons in Buhd Bay.
I suppose, but why?
I struggle to find a reason why a demon would want to stop other demons, and on top of that, return the lands they conquered back to
Well,
people.
the Shango, or whatever his name was, told us that the demons are led by a mysterious hooded guy. So maybe, I don't know, he was an orc, he's not a demon, and other demons want to kill him.
Meridius sighs and says, "My light, who knows at this point?" And then she turns to Lyri and says, "Can you please hand me back my wand and we'll let bygones be bygones?"
Why?
Because if you don't, I'm going to shoot a Frostbolt at you until you give it back.
It's kind of mean. You hurt me before. Why are you so aggressive?
Because you stole from me. And she starts forming a Frostbolt in her hand.
I kind of hide behind Bladebeard.
That's not very effective. It's like half your height.
Well, roll your quick, and I'm going to oppose with the Archmages to see if you do manage to hide behind Bladebeard. Okay, you managed to hide behind Bladebeard in time, and the Archmage says, "Please move aside, Captain Bladebeard."
Well, you said please. Alright, I'll move aside.
Lyri, your cover is leaving without you.
I use my stunt to teleport somewhere else nearby,
Okay.
but I'm invisible. Ooh.
Yep. You are at that. Would you? Well, actually, maybe this is a good place to like cut off, and you can decide where exactly you teleported to, or would you like to say it right now? Up to you.
I teleport to just a bit. I don't know the exact structure of the ship, but just near, above deck, but still below deck, kind of like a staircase, whatever.
You are invisible, but I will say, if someone looks very, very carefully, they will see that raindrops are bouncing off of you.
That's fine.
But yeah, nobody's looking that carefully at the moment. Okay, you teleport away. The Archmage says, "Damn blood elf," and she extinguishes the Frostbolt in her hand.
Well, at least you know you haven't lost it, so that's something.
Small comfort at this point. Right. And I guess this is as good a spot as any to end today's session. What do you all think?
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you all think of today's session?
Back to the RP, where we'll probably stay here for like 20 episodes.
I am determined to cause some havoc. I'm glad it's chill RP, but still a lot of stuff's happened.
Yeah. Honestly, my favorite part was your drunks Buhd. I do enjoy RPing drunk people, what can I say?
When are they going to come on the boat as well?
Bud's bringing them.
Oh, so I might be seeing them next episode when I'm...
I don't think Vera will like that at all.
We can start a rebellion.
We already
Start a
did
mutiny.
with Johnny. Johnny is like a mutiny veteran at this point.
I don't think Bud's gonna start a mutiny to take the ship. I just think that he's gonna be like, they're gonna help out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna do his best to keep them in line. In his Bud way.
I am not ruling out the possibility that they themselves will start a mutiny at one point. The drunks.
Bud's gonna be very disappointed in them.
Well, it is what it is. Also, Benjamin... Sorry, go ahead.
Bad Bud Buccaneers.
Also, Thompshire, you missed the Archmage throwing a very obvious innuendo at you.
Sorry, I think you cut off.
You missed the Archmage throwing a very obvious innuendo at you.
Really? When?
spear. What did she say? Something about a spear.
Yeah.
Oh,
I missed it.
I thought you was just making fun of me for the other day.
No. But yeah, this was a fun session. A fun if chill session, if I dare say. And plot did happen, fortunately. And I'm kind of glad that we spent more time in the night portion of the episode. honestly.
And I must say, I wasn't expecting Telgath to show up.
Yeah.
Well, the clue was in the undead people with the jeweled cutlasses.
Yeah, it's what's her name?
Oh yeah, that's a good nod at
Uh,
Legion. I forgot about them.
What's her name with dread blades?
Eliza, yeah.
Eliza. Yeah,
Yeah. And
I-
guess who made those dread blades?
yeah, I know. I remember.
Ho ho ho.
But I assume that Bladebeard maybe heard about those blades, but he doesn't know what they look like or who owns them.
Well, you wouldn't have heard at this point, because at this point in the story, the Dread Fleet is still like acting more or less stealthily. And the only people who have discovered the Dread Blades in the lore up to this point were people who also killed themselves in the process.
Oh, alright.
So at the moment it is a secret, but it will probably be found out soon, because in the lore it's also about the time where the Dread Fleet was discovered after they started attacking people. So I thought it was a nice coincidence that I could use for our purposes.
Yeah, we've already seen like 2 artifact weapons. What is this?
Well, I sincerely doubt you'll be getting the Dread Blades, being honest.
I can't
Alright.
wait for the day that Benjamin becomes the Ashbringer.
I was just about to say that. All right, let's go get
This-
the Ashbringer.
This episode has not been good for me at all. None of my plans, none of my schemes worked out.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd love to be the next wielder of Zealoth.
Oh no, I would not. I was trying to get Johnny killed, didn't work. And I was like, oh, I would just act unconscious to go and hijack the medical ward and steal stuff, but then I got kicked. I couldn't beat the person in the water. I couldn't even fire a wand at like point blank distance. Oh,
Yeah, that's
jeez.
literally the last pirate captain you wanted to mess with.
Well, Captain Bladebeard is the last one you want to mess with, but yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone messes with Bladebeard, even Buhd.
Yeah, especially Bud.
Yeah, you kind of lost Buhd.
I mean, I think the perfect victims for being robbed would be those 2 clowns, those 2 night elves, you know? The ones who
yeah.
raided Zandalar or whatever.
Maybe. Also, Lyri, I find kind of funny. Yeah, not only did you fail to like get Johnny killed, but he actually got a bit of a crush on you.
No,
Oh, no.
jeez. Yeah, I did give him a flower, didn't I? Oof.
Yeah, sure. And as a young boy, he always dreamed of carrying a damsel in his arms, a damsel in distress.
Yeah, of course.
Joking.
Oh well, he fought some evil knights and then he saved the damsel. He's living the life.
Yeah. Johnny. By the way, oh yeah, now you, Lyri, have Bladebeard's gun on you because you stole it from Johnny back.
Mm-hmm. Still no ammo though, so it's useless.
Well, it might be loaded.
It might be, but that's only one shot, I think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's enough to kill someone if aimed right.
I know, but so is a wand, and I still somehow missed.
True. I really like this episode, and especially like the whatchamacallit, the RP at night, because yeah, it shows that we do have some RP synergy, if that makes sense. D4. I'm rolling for who is going to do their shoutouts. In what order, by the way? Okay. Yeah. This was definitely a fun session. Any other thoughts before we go into our shoutouts?
I like how Buhd is no longer. Well, I both hate and dislike that Buhd is no longer the first mate of Captain Bladebeard's crew, but at the same time, it's
Oh
like,
yeah, I think I have to say that your interaction with Bladebeard was pretty amazing, honestly.
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
I think it was building up for a while between the two, and it finally just happened. So it's like,
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, Bud was real terrible. towards Bladebeard.
we get
Come on.
this
Are you still in character?
Yeah. He left him wounded in Booty Bay, and they were fighting demons.
Well, you also lied to his face in Booty Bay.
I mean, lying isn't that bad compared to being wounded.
He came in to rescue you regardless. You gotta remember that.
Yeah.
He brought friendship. And
Wow.
then friendship got killed.
He caused
Now he's
him
making
being
making a
killed.
new friendship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Wait.
kick one of your drunkards into the sea.
Oh,
Uh,
not the Bud Buccaneers. Come on.
It's too close to Blood Buccaneers. They're up to no good.
Hey, don't chastise me for my brilliant alliteration names.
And Lyri, you say that as if it would actually be difficult to do that.
They wouldn't be.
I
Oh, yeah,
mean,
they can barely walk.
her track record of rolls wasn't the best this session, so we'll have to see.
I have to do stuff from stealth, or else my rolls are just really bad.
True. Honestly, Bud, I think things went better for you than I expected. The thing that a bunch of drunks will like end up with you was spur of the moment. Honestly,
I mean, they like Bud, and Bud likes them, so it's like...
At first, I wondered if you were gonna make the gnome, that one that Bud kept bumping into.
I mean, it could be. There's no reason why it couldn't be.
Wait, is his name really Twinkles?
Yeah, why not?
That's a good old nice
what
nod.
What a copycat.
This is Twinkles, and like Ben's just like, wait, what?
I haven't called that in ages.
Oh no, not you, Twinkles. This is Twinkles.
Oh god, I'm confused.
Zelris, for context, Thompshire's character disguised himself as a blood oath, and because they didn't know his name, DoomGoblin's character nicknamed him Twinkles.
Nice.
That's the context.
Yeah, and everyone assumed there was a blood elf. Anyways.
You almost killed my raptor friend. I was super scared you're gonna do it.
Bud's too nice. You give him too much credit to think that he's evil or mean, or he's gonna smash it. Even though his whole crew wanted him to do it, Bud was like, nah.
I will say that if you had actually tried to kill that, some pretty bad stuff would have happened to you, Bud.
I had a possible feeling that was gonna happen, but I was thinking, like, would Bud do that? No, it didn't really do anything to really tick him off that bad.
Yeah, stick to your character.
Yeah, no. Bud's... As Bud is an ogre, he isn't like... me smash you type of ogre. He's more of just the dumb brute that likes food.
Makes sense. Huh. I really love this episode. Yeah. And
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I liked it too. Good development for Bud.
for everyone, I think.
He's gonna get a captain hat now.
One that reeks
yeah.
of booze.
I should replace my hats before.
Oh yeah, you lost Seahorn's head, didn't you?
No, I still have both,
Oh, okay.
but I can't have Seahorn seeing me with his hat, I guess.
I got a hat too.
Yeah, you have a very dirty vanilla model hat, much to Thompshire's horror.
Ah, no!
I'm not wearing that then, oh my god.
Yeah, and it reeks of alcohol. All of that.
That's all I gained. I threw away my alcohol and I threw away the bandages.
I mean, you got some
But at
gold.
least I got a hat.
That's nice.
Oh, I did get gold too, yeah.
And you got a bit of gold, yeah. Johnny takes care of its own, as long as they also take care of others.
Wait, there's two Johnnies in her life.
Well, one of them is spelled
Yeah, it's
J.
spelled differently. Yeah, I know. But just funny, I guess.
Sure.
What are you trying to imply?
Nothing. Question mark?
I mean, I guess all of the player characters except Bladebeard have had a love interest so far. I guess it's about time for Lyri to get one.
I am not having a love triangle with Johnny and Johnny. That's foul.
Speaking of love interests, I still feel bad for Buhd.
Oh, poor Bud.
What happened to Buhd?
Do you want to have the honor, Skoll?
I'm trying to think of like okay, so like they got drunk and then they were like, oh, let's go have some fun, and Bud thought it was wrestling at first. And then they did the dirty, and then she threw him out and was like, go away, get out of here, get lost.
Are we talking about okay, no, never mind. I was gonna say, we talking about Bladebeard here? I don't understand what you're talking about.
No, we're talking about Bud.
Yeah, and then there was the whole thing with the Archmage being invited as well.
But it's foul.
Bud, yeah, oh yeah. The Archmage was invited for a threesome.
Wonderful, thanks. That's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, no.
Yeah, that was a very strange episode, I could say.
That episode was something.
What? Which episode's this?
What episode was
It's
it?
called Warlord in the Sheets, but I don't remember the exact number.
Well, our viewers can watch that one for a cool recap.
Oh, remember? Oh, we were like, you can find it on our Patreon for an exclusive details.
By the way, it's episode 19.
Oh wow, that was a while ago.
That's how long you've been on Golden Skull. By the way, it's only been like 36 hours since then in game.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Can we please get off Golden Skull?
Can we just burn Golden Skull down? Can we make Buhd's cannon malfunction, take out some of the enemy ships, friendly ships, whatever?
What? Leave my cannon out of this.
How else are we gonna sink all the other ships?
Find your own way. Leave my cannon out of this. It's my cannon.
Golden Skull should be the centerpiece of a big Hunger Games battle.
I mean, again, all of you are entirely free to leave at any point. I've said before, when we were setting up the campaign, that if you want to ignore the entire plot and say we want to go to Moonglade or whatever, I'm totally down with that. You haven't.
I think we just want to go. I think we just want to go to Booty Bay. We want to get to that point, which is why it's been so long.
Yeah. Oh, now. Now there's.
Well, I mean, now you have a crew, Skoll. So go ahead, go to Booty Bay. You have all the people you need. You have all 5 drunks.
6.
I blame pirate bureaucracy for all this time.
I blame Bladebeard.
Can we just break down the Blue Dragon's door and force her to take us to Booty Bay?
I mean, you don't have to force her. You can just say, let's go there, and she... might say yes, I guess.
Bladebeard voted for let's charge in and kill all the demons.
Yeah, but you also were like, let's go on a detour to go save my butt twice.
What? Oh.
It's Bladebeard hating
we were like, let me go ahead and check out this guy, Lord Roswell.
Alright, in my opinion, that was a really fun.
Oh no, it was fun. I'm just saying, I blame you, or brother, I blame your character.
An amazing side story, and I'm happy.
Oh no, it was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good. I'm just saying that
drama.
It's your fault for us being here longer.
Not really. If we didn't go there, nothing would really change.
I blame the Weasel for this campaign's existence.
You wouldn't have had the Iron People.
Yeah, that's actually true. The Weasel, it's all his fault.
Yeah, speaking of which, he is missing at the moment.
I honestly don't think anyone cares.
Who is the Weasel? Is that my goblin?
It's a goblin, the instigator of the entire campaign, because he was pretty much in the wrong place at the wrong time, and he is a greedy son of a bitch.
Okay.
And the other pirate captains forced Bladebeard to take him as a member of his crew, and Bladebeard just said, "Go to prison, you're annoying me."
So we just okay with him just missing and being gone? That's kind of weird.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. Who cares?
I mean, granted, nobody apart from Bladebeard's been in the prison, so...
That too.
I don't think anybody else notices.
I mean, Bladebeard did tell the guards it's perfectly alright if he leaves, and the guards were perfectly alright when he left. In the previous episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't start another campaign.
I mean, never say never at this point. He is precisely the type of person to mess something up and be unable to fix it afterwards. Kind of like Bladebeard.
He did escape once on his own.
I guess. I guess so.
So I guess 50-50.
Sure. Any other thoughts before we go into our shoutouts?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Well, thank you to everyone for watching and listening to us. This was definitely a fairly fun episode. I rolled some dice in the background on who the people to like present themselves should be in the order, and I would thus very much like to ask DoomGoblin to please babble on about himself and about how great he is, etc., etc.
Yeah, hello. I'm DoomGoblin and I'm pretty great. And yeah, I'm an awesome guy, and sometimes I draw stuff and I post it on the internet. You can find me on Twitter at DoomGoblin and witness my awesomeness.
All of our links are in the description below. This is all applies to everybody. And thank you, DoomGoblin. Next, according to the dice rolls I just made, would be Zelris. Would you please go ahead and talk about yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Zelris and I make stuff online, and some people think it's good and some people think it's bad, and that's pretty cool.
And some people think it's real.
Yeah, on the WoW forums.
That is amazing, honestly. I wish I had your chutzpah to do that, honestly. Thank you, Zelris. Next on the list according to dice rolls would be Skoll. Would you like to go ahead and babble?
Yep, I can babble. Hello, I was Buhd, and I am also Skoll Shorties, and I make machinimas, lore videos, lore speculation videos, what if scenarios, and sometimes some art on Twitter, and sometimes I stream video games on Twitch. So yeah.
His videos are very good and very informative and well done. Thank you, Skoll. And next, last but by no means least, would be Sir Thompshire. Would you like to talk a little bit about yourself?
I am Sir Thompshire, and I make machinima occasionally when I'm not lazy. And I also do some occasional renders on Twitter, either for these episodes or just random things. And yeah, so check me out on YouTube and Twitter.
Side note, if I am allowed to like sort of hijack a little bit after you've already like promoted yourself, if you can do a good female troll voice, please, we're looking for you. Message us on Twitter, please.
I'll be eternally grateful.
Yeah. Thank you, Thompshire. And I was your DM, Game Master Teeironor. Other than that, thank you to all of you, dear viewers, for watching and listening to us. We will be back next week on Skoll Shorties channel. Again, all our links are in the description below. And we shall see all of you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
Fire!